Unfortunately, right, when you teach or talk about truths that were universally agreed upon until 15 minutes ago, but nobody agrees now, that is controversial somehow. So I would love to go back in the Wayback Machine here and talk about controversy from past episodes, and then maybe get into some controversies that we haven't discussed previously. Do you have any favorite blow-ups,
Only one I can think of that I was on was when Ben was like, oatmeal raisin cookies are the best cookies.
That's the kind of hard-hitting controversy that I was referring to. Yeah.
And then he proceeded to bring us cookies. I don't remember what episode that was, but he brought us these cookies. He's like, everyone eat one.
And they were terrible?
And they were horrible.
Yeah, they were so
bad.
Yeah, which is a shame. Ben made some oatmeal raisin cookies today. And
I ate one, and they were really good. And I don't like raisins, so.
I don't like raisins either, but I really like oatmeal raisin cookies.
Yeah.
I don't really.
Yeah.
Not hard-hitting, but...
No, I mean, and for the right, I mean, to be fair, right? We don't normally dive into really bad, crazy stuff on this show. We just kind of talk about the church's teaching on things sometimes, and that hurts people's feelings, right? Whether it be some LGBTQ plus nonsense or talking about sort of controversial topics with the magisterium or getting into sex abuse scandals or things like that. And I think mine is actually a pretty low level scandal too, but we got significant amounts of hate about it. The Gaston episode.
Oh.
That really ruffled a lot of people's
People were being
feathers.
so upset in the comments. I was like, wow.
Yeah, we stand by that. We were right. You guys are wrong. I mean, I think you guys probably disagree with me.
I agree. Gaston
Wait,
was
what
the
was-
hero. Is that?
Gaston's the hero of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I disagree.
You disagree?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
kind of like neutral / agree.
I
Yeah.
think that he's important for the storyline. Like, you can't have Beauty and the Beast without him, obviously. But like, he's not the hero.
But he is, though, so that's the point.
Okay.
No, okay, well, we can do this again. If you want to. I'll do it again.
Drop it.
Well, no, John Henry, actually, for our listeners that are new, especially in Athens, could you give us a 60-second, maybe 30-second overview of how is
30, 60 minute overview. Here we go. I'm kidding. I can do it in a minute, I think. All right. So let's look at Beauty and the Beast from Gaston's perspective real fast. All right. And there's a version of this for pretty much every single Disney movie, because all of those cartoon Disney movies from the early 90s, this is to quote Jaira, were psyops to manipulate the way that we think. That is kind of controversial, I guess. Gaston is a jerk, right? Let's go ahead and take that. That's a fact. I'm going to write that over here. He's a jerk. All right. That being said, from Gaston's perspective, this beautiful girl, Belle, who's living in this poor provincial French town, right? Who separates herself totally from her community and dives into books, but not good books. The girl's not in there reading Kempis, right? Imitation of Christ, right? She's reading trashy romance novels, as referenced repeatedly, right, in that opening song and whatever. For the record, only talking about the animated version, not the live action. That doesn't count. That's not canon. I decided. But he is attracted to her and all these other women who are throwing themselves at him, right? So while he's a jerk, he is not taking advantage of all these young strumpets hurling themselves at him. Instead, he is interested in this girl who sees a lot of potential in, but sees her wasting her time reading these trashy romance novels, all right? And he's kind of, once again, he's not a really nice guy. He's kind of arrogant. He's kind of self-centered. That being said, said girl's father emerges from the woods. He's already kind of kooky, ranting about some monster that lives in the woods and kidnapped his daughter. And so what does he do? He has him removed from society. You don't want crazy people running around the streets spreading fear in your poor provincial French town. A bunch of, these people who don't have the same grasp of reality that we might have. And there's all this superstition. So he has him removed from society. But then what happens? A literal monster kidnaps that girl. An actual monster who is a real life flesh and blood giant beast kidnaps this beautiful young woman, and Gaston, in his magnanimity, goes and tries to rescue her. He gets a mob together. What the heck else is he supposed to do? His only real flaw in Beauty and the Beast is the fact that he is briefly a coward there at the end and tries to stab the beast in the back. But once again, if a tiger is kidnapping a child, right, and I go to save the child, and then I fall off a cliff, and the tiger catches me and pulls me back up, and then turns around to head back towards the child, I'm going to think, whoa, that was crazy. Anyway, I'm still going to kill this tiger because I'm a good guy. I don't want that kid to be mauled. So Gaston's a good guy.
Well done.
I got one for all of them.
What's important in that situation is that you don't think of the end when he turns into the prince, that he's secretly the prince. You have to disconnect
No one knew
yourself
that.
from that. Nobody
knew that.
Gaston doesn't know.
Yeah. I don't think Belle knows.
Belle
Does
doesn't
Belle
know.
know?
Belle doesn't know.
Yeah, Belle doesn't know he's going to turn back. And a lot of we can do the same thing with Little Mermaid. There's a lot of those Disney movies that when you really read between the lines. All right, guys, John Henry Span here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure you check out the full video. Also, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share it with anybody who you might think is interested. Thanks for being here.